WSAV News 3 presents this special report. Graduation now, greatness next.
Tonight, we are celebrating the class of 2025 as they look to the future.
It is all part of our special presentation, Graduation Now, Greatness Next. So from careers to further education to military service, graduates have a lot of options as they head out into the world.
But before they do that, many are reflecting on all their hard work and celebrating their success. WSAV's Nakaya Harris introduces us to 5 graduates ready to jump toward their next chapter.
6 local high school graduates from Effingham and Chatham counties are well on their way to chasing their dreams.
I'm planning to attend Stanford and to major in computer science.
In my future, I want to be an MD specialized in cardiovascular.
Currently, I'm going to Georgia Tech for mechanical engineering.
I want to attend University of Georgia's new medical school in hopes to become a pediatric oncologist.
While I'm going to college, I plan to attend the co-op program at GoStream, where I will basically another type of internship under a group of operations engineers.
We are stepping into their shoes, learning more about what has brought them to this milestone. Ella Brower and Deshaun Hardy are testaments to how hard work pays off.
The hard nights where I was working and studying was just one part of it, but my teachers that helped me and brought me to where I am today is what I'm very proud of.
Going to work and going to school at the same time was really something I didn't think I would be able to do, because I was taking AP classes, doing enrollment classes, honors, and doing all of that while going to work as well. I thought it was unachievable.
Matthew G. and William Maher remind us that growth is gradual and each step teaches lessons.
When I came in freshman year, I was very shy, very quiet, kind of like a turtle. But I'm very, very grateful to my friends and teachers and family who've helped encourage me to try more things, to try tennis. I'm absolutely awful at it.
Time management is a big one. For a while, if you're not challenged with having to do a lot of different things, extracurriculars and school activities, you don't learn how to really manage your time good, study, and maintain friendships, relationships.
But through it all, Bowen Liu says it takes a village.
My parents were humble Chinese immigrants who came over to the U.S. and took the risk of entrepreneurship, and they were able to provide me with the resources to pursue my education.
And Tila Edwards, she's eager to pave the way for those who follow.
You have to be able to balance social life and your school life. Go with your friends, have a study day, go to Starbucks, just be with your friends, be surrounded by people that are going to get you to that next level.
Continue to be a student of your craft. Class of 2025. Nakaya Harris, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Now, one local graduate is gearing up to head to college a little bit early.
WSAV's Kaylee Fetko spoke with her about her remarkable accomplishment and what's next.
Yeah, Ben and Tina, good evening to you. At just 17 years old, Savannah Early College grad Leah Spann has not only racked up 24 acceptance letters, but well over $500,000 in scholarship money. Though we can't announce where she is going today, here is her incredible story.
I've always been told I'm pretty smart.
Pretty smart, to the tune of 24 college acceptance letters and over $500,000 in scholarship money. This is 17-year-old Leah Spann, graduating from Savannah Early College as a junior. But in those 3 years, she's racked up some enormous accomplishments.
I started the debate club at my school, and we didn't have one before.
On a pre-law path with the goal of becoming a defense attorney, she's also been a peer mediator, a law intern, and even spoke in front of the United Nations, advocating for Black youth to be put on a path to stay out of prison.
I really want to help people, but that's the more generic answer. I really like arguing, but also I really like being right.
Leah says her road to graduating early was paved in 9th grade, taking all honors courses and dual enrolling at Savannah State.
I always pass tests pretty easily, and homework has never been really a problem. I don't think it's a matter of being the smartest kid. I think it's a matter of having good time management.
When asked if she felt accomplished,
no, we're not done. Got a long way to go. More school.
Huge congratulations to her. Well, tomorrow, Leah and her family will announce her college of choice during a balloon release. She did fill me in on her decision today, and I must say it's very impressive, and she is going to college on a full scholarship. Kaylee Fedko, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Thank you. That's every parent's dream, full scholarship. For some, a traditional four-year school isn't the best route to further their education.
But from Oakady, South Carolina to Vidalia, Georgia, there are several options for technical schools in our area. WSAV WSAV's Sarah Smith is on the campus of one local college to see how they're meeting the needs of area students.
Our main focus here is do that hands-on skill training. That is what I think is the base driver of our economy.
Just like any other technical college, Savannah Tech's main goal is to train people for the workforce, from welding to automotive.
You can use the numbers or these two little buttons under there.
To dental hygiene. The college offers 150 so-called market-driven programs. STC's Vice President of Economic Development says they work directly with area industries to collaborate and learn what they need from the future workforce.
And we encourage companies to get involved. That way we keep changing our curriculum or keep updating what we're doing in that curriculum to make sure we're meeting those needs.
Their electrical vehicle professional program stemming from a relationship with Hyundai.
Automotive, motorcycle, or what?
And their graduates end up in all sorts of industries. Kay Thigpen is the department head of the college's dental hygiene program.
We are #1 of all the dental hygiene schools in the state. So very, very proud of that. It's 500 hours of direct patient contact over the 2 years. So it's a lot being hands-on with the patients.
Thigpen says the program has a 100% graduation and employment rate. And once those graduates are out into the workforce, they're looking at competitive pay somewhere around $45 an hour.
The latest dental hygiene graduating class on their way to start their careers.
The classes were very difficult as far as getting into the program. Not many do. Many apply, but not many actually get in. So I consider it an honor that I actually was able to get in.
It's a very rigorous program, and it's very exciting. And I get a little emotional as well as they do, because it's like I say they need to spread their wings and fly now.
Enrollment numbers at technical colleges across our region have been rising since the pandemic. The Technical College of the Lowcountry and Southeastern Technical College, for example.
We are going full steam ahead of all of our programs. We did an audit of our systems every year to make sure that we're offering competitive programs, things that are relevant.
Sarah Smith, WSAV News 3, on your side.
The dreams of 2025 graduates extends to our local college graduates looking to start their careers.
And WSAV's Genevieve Lund breaks down the outlook for recent grads on the current job market and some of the challenges that they could face.
Class of 2025.
The class of 2025 is graduating into a job market that's not quite the welcome mat it was a few years ago. Hiring projections have cooled significantly, dropping from 7.3% in the fall to just 0.6% in the spring. And according to economist Michael Toma of Georgia Southern University, much of that slowdown has to do with the uncertainty at the national level.
This year's market that graduates are entering is tougher than it was last year. Primarily because of the uncertainty associated with tariff policy. A lot of businesses are scaling back their hiring plans for the current period.
This means recent grads might face longer job searches and more competition for fewer roles, especially in fields like engineering or manufacturing, where tariffs are disrupting supply chains and raising costs. For students hoping to jump straight into their dream job, Toma has a different message.
We just need to be patient to see how that plays out. It's not necessarily a reflection of the quality of the degree or the quality of the diploma or the institution. It's just a matter of businesses aren't quite hiring at the rate that they used to be.
And in a world where AI and automation are reshaping entire industries, standing out takes more than just a resume.
What AI is not capable of doing at this point is analysis of various scenarios that require critical thinking skills. You need to be able to offer value added based on critical thinking skills.
So for the class of 2025, success may not come in a straight line, but it's still very much in reach. Reporting, Genevieve Lund, WSAV News 3, on your side.
This week, WSAV has been live streaming graduations, including Bullitt counties, and they are beginning the next chapter for these young folks.
Yes, and we are joined now by Superintendent of Bullitt County Schools, Charles Wilson. We want to thank you for joining us tonight. And first, sir, tell us a little bit.
Good afternoon.
Of course, good afternoon. Tell us, how are things going? It's been quite an accomplished week for your graduates as you celebrate. I know you must be very excited for them.
We are very excited, yes ma'am. We actually had a very successful week. This week we've graduated almost 750 high school seniors, and we're, of course, we're celebrating our last graduation tonight right here at Statesboro High School.
So we've been talking about post-graduation plans for these seniors, many continuing on to traditional four-year schools, but there are several other options now, including trade school or engineering or the workforce. So how are you seeing that balance out for the 2025 graduating classes in Bullitt County?
Absolutely. It's very important that we balance that out. We focus on our theme really is just like with Georgia Southern University. We want our graduates to be either enlisted, employed, or enrolled. And it's about getting out of school and moving on to that next step. We like to think of our, once our graduates leave us, we try to create a series of on-ramps and off-ramps, so you're continually learning. If you want to develop in your workforce career, you can do that. But that's what we're about in Bullitt County. We accomplish that through a lot of our partnerships. And so our focus is on getting people to work. Whatever that looks like for them, we just want our graduates to become productive citizens and be happy at what they're doing.
Well, Superintendent Wilson, what's your final message to the class of 2025?
Oh, well, my final message to the class of 2025, that would be well done, congratulations, and on to the next step. Bon voyage.
Well said. Superintendent Charles Wilson, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you all. Have a good evening.
Well, listen, it is not just young people getting their diplomas at this time of year. Coming up, meet the 2025 graduate who is proving age is just a number.
WSAV News 3 presents this special report. Graduation now, greatness next.
Becoming the first college graduate in your family, a milestone that can lead to success unseen for generations.
WSAV's Isabella Baez sat down with two 2025 grads looking ahead to their next chapter.
Choosing the unknown path and being the first in their family to graduate from college. I spoke to a few newly graduated first-generation students about their experience.
I'm a Blancarte, you know, nothing's gonna stop me from achieving my dreams.
Sarah Blancarte is a first-generation graduate student who got their degree in marine science. She says that throughout the 4 years, there were more moments when she was unsure if she would cross the finish line, saying it was hard for not only her, but her family.
My parents, they're immigrants from Mexico, and, you know, they didn't really have a higher education. So it was something. Not only was I experiencing it for the first time, but so were my parents.
A new experience she shares with first-generation graduate Maya Henson, who graduated with a degree in biology.
It's definitely scary in a way that I haven't experienced before, where I don't know the right words to use to get what I want, where I need to go. So it's a lot of finding my own resources and reaching out to people who I think could help me with that type of stuff. So.
Throughout all of the hardships Henson endured, she was reminded of what it took for her to be where she is at today.
It's important to me, especially as a black person, to get a degree when my family members weren't able to back in their day. My grandmother and my grandfather were teachers, but I don't think they had a formal degree. My grandfather definitely was not allowed to go to unsegregated schools, so it definitely feels good to go to a school, HBCU, and get a degree and kind of be like, yes, I'm getting what my parents and grandparents couldn't.
As they walked across the stage at the Savannah State graduation, now becoming the first in their family to receive a degree, they felt an overwhelming amount of pride and gratitude to the people they couldn't do it without.
I definitely had like a pretty big beam of pride when I finally got my degree.
I know it was hard. We did it. Yeah.
Now they tell me becoming a first-generation graduate is not something they only chose for themselves, but for their family, to become inspirations to younger siblings and to make their parents proud. Reporting from Savannah State Campus, I'm Isabella Baez, WSAV News 3, on your side.
It is a question many people ask themselves at some point in life. When is it too late to chase a dream?
Well, WSAV's Danielle Cobb introduces us to an inspiring 82-year-old man from the Lowcountry now achieving a lifelong goal.
This is just sort of like phase 4 of life, you know.
Getting their bachelor's from Yale, serving in the military, becoming a successful entrepreneur, flying planes, and protecting rhinos in Africa were all side quests on one Lowcountry grandpa's journey.
I always had this sort of nagging urge to write fiction.
Landon K. Thorne III. At 82 years old, Landon Thorne of Sheldon walked across the stage, taking the lifelong dream into his hands, a master's degree in creative writing and a finished novel.
For me, pretty much everything in life or that I've done has required learning about something. I just have always thought that, you know, is always just, don't just be a dilettante. If you're going to do something, really get down in the weeds and understand it. So that's been my motivation for almost, and it's forced me to be a learner. So there I am. The next thing you know, I'm getting a standing ovation from 5,000 people in the room. And I mean, it was quite emotional because I didn't intend to, I don't seek celebrity, but it crystallized for me how important and how people feel about education at all levels.
Thorne hopes to be an inspiration for anyone questioning their path to continue to chase their dreams, even if it's in the 4th phase of life.
Don't do necessarily what people think you should do. Follow your own bliss. What really motivates you? What do you really like? What do you think you really lights your fire? Follow that track. Because no matter what happens, invariably it'll lead somewhere positively in my mind.
Danielle Cobb, WSAV News 3, on your side.
WSAV News 3 presents this special report. Graduation now, greatness next.
And we do want to thank you for watching this WSAV News 3 special celebrating our local graduates.
Don't forget, you can head to wsav.com/graduation for more stories of success and to watch tonight's live graduation at Statesboro High School. News 3 at 6 is next.